Hi everyone, um, this is the first time I'm trying to do this. The title of this trying to record this video is what concepts would fit John from Zero Base One, and I have some ideas. I like to see how especially because of his work he as an actor, and I don't somehow he made these things to connect. I have seen his work as the first one as a vampire, but he has connections with the vampire myth, the siren, the sea creatures. For he has many facets in his work. He broadened his version. The fact that he's an actor, he being part of the program for Vice Planet, and I didn't watch it. I just saw the performances. The program is good for exposure. I don't usually got myself watch those because I really don't like it, but it's really good for exposure. And he learned a lot about characterization through his acting. He put himself in this type of spaces, and he has this that I have read about the idea of not trying or force certain gestures. You cannot make it happen. The eyes speaks for itself, and he has a lot of that. It's just amazing. They always choose him to do those lines in the lockers. They're always like, I am acting. I have write this. It's like starting a scene in a script. It's just like that every time. He's like, I said you text, or I am doing something. I think it's because he's been part of the acting world, but I have to keep in mind the Zero Base One, the concept they choose, they falls in everyone in the group. So, but I like to mention this, that if you look in the filmography of actors, usually when they choose to work on a project or they are called to do a gig or whatever, they always look in the things they had done in the past. So it's a must that they will look out for his past experience as doing the myth. I think for this very fact, he's just connected to this vampire expression, but he's very much about relationships, but there's something even in his voice is just, I never saw anything like the K-pop industry. His voice is one of kind. Let's jump to the concept already, and I think that, as I have put in mind the Zero Base One, we have a lot of things about the Matrix, the video game, characters, phases, and all this stuff. And I think it's a good way. The Matrix, I always like to go in deep with this stuff, so it would be a love or spiritual love beyond the material reality, and this is connected to know your mission. So he will probably nudge yourselves, because he has this thing also that he likes to connect with his fans, and for some reason he doesn't get out of character, which is amazing, because if you have to a lot of consciousness and awareness on stage to do that, to go from this to this. And I keep seeing energetics. I think that's related to the space I created also, but that's another thing, because vampires has a connection with the life force. And here is the concept, and it's probably dead for some time now, but that's red. But I don't think, how I put this, it's not about the blood. Is I think that we what would be cool to do is to make continue the vampire, the mythology, the myth imprints, the siren, the sea creatures, but because he made this stage of this right here, there's a lot of suspense, and he has a lot of control, which I don't see very much on stages. His voice is different, and he can make the storytelling of the song in spaces that he has tell the story. He goes all the way super dreadful and all about suspense. Most of the time he's much of naturalness, and as I have put in here, even the evolution that I did it, I didn't know I was looking for. So I had this in my in mind, this texture in color, specifically this one, and somehow he made a photo shoot of that. It's just amazing. As I said, it's not blood or vampire or sucking blood. It's more, what if the life force could be brown, tons of coffee and all this stuff. And I have wrote this rich Italian man. No reason at all, just what have come to mind. The whole concept would be what he brings us, something about your intention, bridging this force, bridging this force that awakes and lives within us, that sparks your calling, and he triggers us, keep nudging us, because and all the it's around him. And I always believe this, that love cannot be put on a person, and it's not placed, it's free. It's how Osho and all his books and textbooks, stockings, everything, just free. And hopefully we get to see that in a more profound and in a deep way. And he would be within this concept of cough, this specific tone that of reddish, but it's kind of brown. The likers would have like acting till what stopped me becomes one with me. It would be dreadful, fearful, this thing that we have something we want to do, and it scares the hell out of you, but you have to do it anyway. So you would feel the fear and do it anyway. It's leading me, make me sweeter, and it makes me love myself more and more. it's like starting a scene. It's always like that. He's about that. So one more can. I had this idea also of wristwatch in this side of his wrist, like those moves, like John Wick, and it has to be something that is very storytelling, and he has a lot of potential of doing that because I had not seen anything like that in the making of the very fact that he has many facets in being able to work this out would be amazing. I think that's it. I feel like there's a lot much work on to dive in, and I really like to bring those concepts because I can see where they can work and could be better for them to use all they have in their arsenal. It's quite simple right now, and maybe if I have more details, I also add in the description box or anything of the likeness. But that's it, I think. So if you watch it till now, this is really something I'm trying out. I am very thankful for that, and hopefully we see soon.